Governor Tim Walz.
Tim Walz.
Governor Tim Walz.
Tim Walz.
Tim Walz.
Tim Walz.
Governor Tim Walz of the great state of Minnesota.
I lived in China. I've been there about 30 times.
Tim was snapping up dozens of copies of Mao's Little Red Book. It's not just a political treatise, it's the daily devotional of the Chinese Communist Party. The inscription on the inside is, Mao's words bring us joy.
She's bringing us a politics of joy.
They're trying to steal the joy from this country, bringing back the joy.
You said earlier that ICE agents are a modern-day Gestapo. Would you like to recant that statement?
When I said President Trump was using them as his modern-day Gestapo. Donald Trump's modern-day Gestapo is scooping folks up off the streets. Many of us grew up reading that story of Anne Frank. Somebody's going to write that children's story about Minnesota.
For communism to work, you have to erase the country's identity and history, and that's what Mao did. Tim Walz is doing it here.
Governor Tim Walz signed an executive order providing legal protection to those who come to Minnesota for gender-affirming health care.
Our children tell us who they are.
You lived through every parent's worst nightmare.
Some of the loudest voices are advocating for blame and hatred and even violence toward those who don't agree.
You the shit out of him now. Don't ever shy away from our progressive values. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness.
A massive fraud scandal is gaining national attention.
Stealing more than $1 billion.
$1 billion.
More than $1 billion.
I can't speak to it, but
are you going to take responsibility for this?
I take responsibility for COVID. I take responsibility for George Floyd. I take responsibility for balancing the budgets.
Today, Governor Tim Walz announced the largest round of restrictions since he shut down the state last spring.
Once you lose control COVID-19 control.
They plan on going after violators.
I'm not the kind of person who's willing to just bend over in the face of petty tyranny.
You are sentenced to 57 months in prison with credit for 340 days already served.
If you could talk face-to-face with Governor Walz, what would you say to him?
I'm not going to sit by and allow this state to descend into communism. If it costs us my life, like it's cost me 3 years, then so be it.
If more people would stand up when confronted with these kind of dictatorial and tyrannical policies, we'd all be better off in the long run.